Hello everyone. I just wanted to prepare a short video so that everyone would have a real-time look at how to navigate our new website, specifically how to book your vaccine appointment for those in the eligible categories. So when you come to our public health landing page or public health web page at address www.publichealthgraybruce.on.ca, this is the page that you are going to see. So if you want to enter just our normal website, you click this green button here and that will bring you to our current website. Now, if you're looking to book your appointments, we have two available options for two very different categories of people. The first is the age-based population. And at this point in time, the province has directed that all people 60 and over are able to get their vaccine within Grey and Bruce. In fact, within the entire province of Ontario. So as you can see here, if you are 60 and over, you click this link and it will bring you to the provincial booking system. It is sometimes a little bit slow. That's just because this is managing appointments for the entire province. And some people will be calling the 1-800 number because of lack of access to an email or a computer, that sort of thing. So when you do call this phone number, please remember, there's about 10,000 separate operators that are manning these telephone lines. And at any given time, you could perhaps have to wait up to an hour for an available operator. And that's just simply due to sheer volume of number of people trying to book their appointments at the same time. We do recommend trying to access this at lower business hours, perhaps after 1 o'clock until the evening times. Please note, however, if all appointments have been filled, there will be no viewable or no available clinics to book in. The reason for that is simply just a software issue at the provincial level. However, rest assured, more clinics are added on a weekly basis. So if there's none available this week, please check again regularly and more will be added as the vaccine doses that are delivered to us allow. That's the one thing we have to understand. The number of doses that we get dictate how many appointments that we have. And appointments fill up virtually within hours of when they are made available. So this is for the age-based population. I will not go into the provincial booking system simply because you need a health card number and everything to go through that process. What I will show people, however, is a separate booking system that we have available for those in other eligible groups. So what does that mean? This side, we have our age-based. On this side, we have our priority population. And at this point in time, we are at the early stages of phase 2 of the vaccine administration here in Grey and Bruce. So the currently eligible people that can book their appointments using this booking system must fall into one of these three categories. Anyone from phase 1 that has not yet received their vaccines, they still remain eligible and they can use this system to book their appointments. Anyone that lives or that works in a high-risk congregate setting can also book using this method. Saying that, we are doing focused mini clinics within many of these congregate settings to bring the vaccine to them. Saying that if you're not there or if you're a caregiver and you weren't able to be at the congregate setting at that time, you can use this new booking system to book your appointment. Then we enter probably the largest segment of the population outside of the age-based group, and that's those individuals of any age over the age of 17 are able to book their appointments using this system if they meet the high risk or the highest risk category for health conditions. Now you'll notice a link right here. That will bring you directly to our eligibility list on our website, and we'll get to that in a second. We also have a call center that we've developed, and this is through Grey Bruce Community Connections. They're working as a call center. If you don't have access to an email, definitely please give this phone number a call, and they will be able to book for you on the phone. Please note, however, don't try to book into the system if you do not fall into one of these three categories. Please note the attestation warning, meaning that you are promising that you meet one of these eligibility criteria in order to get your vaccine. The reason for that is we have limited supply of vaccine and we must ensure those that highest risk get the vaccine first. So let's look at the eligibility list quick. So once you click that link, it brings you out of the landing page and brings you to this website that very clearly indicates who is eligible to book using this new booking system, as well as who is coming soon. So people with at-risk health conditions. And if you hit the plus button, it will break down into a larger list. So these folks are just not yet quite ready to get vaccinated because we are still focusing on people with the highest risk health conditions, such as organ transplant recipients, blood cancer, or stem cell transplant recipients, people with certain neurological diseases in which respiratory function may be compromised, such as ALS or multiple sclerosis, something along those lines. And also the high risk health conditions. Again, all listed here. Again, we also recommend you please talk to your healthcare provider before you get your vaccine. If you have any questions, that's the best way to know if you're safe to get the vaccine. Obviously, we'll do a robust consent process when you do look to book your vaccine. However, we always do recommend people talk to their doctor first. So to go back to the booking screen here, if you ever have questions about who's eligible, simply click this eligibility list and have a read through of who is eligible. Now let's actually look at the booking system itself. So if you do meet one of these three criteria and you do want to book your appointment, simply click that link and you will be brought to this booking landing page. It has a lot of information about knowledge that you need prior to going to get your vaccine, as well as a personal health information warning that we are collecting personal health information using this system. And if you agree to all the points here, you click I acknowledge and I understand. And then you enter in to start your booking. Now this screen here, basically you want to choose your vaccine locations. So if you live in Owen Sound and you really only want to go to Owen Sound to get your vaccine, you would select the Owen Sound option. If you're closer to Hanover, you pick Hanover, or closer to Kincardine, you pick the Davidson Center. Saying that, you may want your vaccine appointment in Owen Sound. However, there may not be any appointments available. So if you go through this process, and we'll show exactly what I mean here. Let's say you want to book into Owen Sound. And what is your reason for wanting to get vaccinated? Let's say you are a healthcare worker, meaning you are still part of phase 1, so the initial phase, but maybe you were not at work when the vaccine was being administered and you do want to still get it. So you pick that you are a healthcare worker, and it shows what priority population are you in. So you again select healthcare worker. You confirm that you are not a robot, and then you click forward to choose your date. So this screen here, what it does is shows you that we are booking these types of clinics up to 7 days in advance. The reason for that small timeline is because we only get confirmation of shipment of the vaccine typically on Mondays or at the beginning of the week. We can't aggressively book more clinics for too far out without confirming how much vaccine we're going to actually have on hand. We hope this issue will be resolved in the coming weeks as supply increases. However, at this time, we are only able to book up to 1 week out. So we are in the Owen Sound location, and this is the calendar for what it is. So what you have to do to actually see if there's appointments available is click on a specific date, and you'll see no appointments are currently available for this date. Please select a different date. You can do the same for the 9th and the 10th. And I know that there are just no appointments available left anymore this week. So sometimes it takes a little while for the appointment information to load. Just please be patient and wait for this to either turn to a red warning to say no appointments are available, or it could potentially be green, which says there are appointments available. So because there's no appointments available, we obviously can't continue to book the appointments. However, there were appointments available on the Thursday, and they're just not there anymore. So if you try to click choose times, it will again confirm there's no currently available appointments for today's clinic. So you just have to keep going back until you find one. So if you go through all of Owen Sounds and there's just no appointments available in Owen Sound, simply go back and try a different location. So I know that right now there's no more appointments available using this system. Again, it's just based on how much vaccine that we do have. But as we get more vaccine and can confirm more of these appointments, we will add more bookings here. So we always recommend to people, please check back on a regular basis to see if more appointments have been opened up for this priority group. We understand it is sometimes frustrating, but please rest assured we are all working as fast and as hard as we can to get as many vaccines into people's arms as fast as possible. The list of who is eligible keeps growing, hence the appointments are going much faster than when we first started. So again, please continue to look back, and we will be sure to continue to add clinics and add appointments as the vaccine allotment for Grey and Bruce does allow. Please, however, stay up to date. Check our social media, our Facebook page, as well as our website. We maintain our website on a virtually daily basis. And just to give you a quick little tour, if you're specifically looking for information about the COVID vaccine, please click the vaccine link, and you'll notice a very clearly laid out display of pretty much any question that you could potentially have about the vaccine is available here. Let's say you're just interested, you know what, I just want to book a vaccine and you don't want to do it from the homepage. Totally okay, we have a book a vaccine tab right here. And what this does is duplicate the exact same messages that we've seen on the homepage. But you know what, if you want a little bit more information about who is currently eligible, hover over here and you can click that link. Again, be brought to this page that very clearly lays out who is eligible, as well as a lot of questions and answers about this new booking system available here at the Grey Bruce Health Unit. So just in closing, please stay up to date on current information, and please be patient as we aggressively get as much vaccine out the door as possible. And again, please just rest assured, everyone will get their turn and will get their vaccine in due course. It will just take a few weeks in order for us to ensure that we have enough supply to confidently book a large amount of people on any given day. Again, thank you very much for your time today. And if you have any questions, please call our helpline at extension 3000 here at the Health Unit. They'll be happy to give you a hand in figuring out the best way to proceed to book your appointment. All right, thank you very much. Have a good day.